Hello everybody. Today we're going to talk about multiplying and dividing integers. Now this, believe it or not, is much easier than adding and subtracting our integers. So this is going to be easy peasy compared to what we're been used to. So real quick, what you need to know, there's two rules. The first rule here is that when you have the same sign, meaning two positives or two negatives, that the answer is going to be positive. Yes, even if it's two negatives, the answer is still positive. And here, if you have two different signs, one of them is going to be positive and the other one's negative, the answer has to be negative. So those are the two rules right there in those gray boxes. Now, real quick, there's a couple of ways that multiplication and division can look. Most of you are familiar with the X. That's kind of what we learned a while back. The other one is when you have the raised point, that means multiply, and now we're getting into parentheses. So yes, when you see parentheses, that means to multiply. Division, of course, you're familiar with that. You might even be familiar with the division house. But the other one that you may not know right here is this improper fraction. So yes, improper fractions just simply mean to divide. Now, real quick, I need you to note that there are always groups, we're going to be grouping these things, they're always going to be positive. And if you look at the first example, I already did it for you with my chips. I have two positive groups, and inside my two positive groups, I put my three negatives. So I have a total of -6. So 2 times -3 is -6. Now, on our number line, we're going to start at 0. Now remember, groups are positive. So you're going to start at 0. You have two groups, and what's inside each group? -3. So there's 1, 2, and you can see how it landed on -3. So now let's look at our second example. You need 6 groups. And then we'll put these two underneath. And what went inside those 6 groups? Well, 2 negatives. Excuse me. Excuse me. So now you have 6 groups. So you're going to make 6 hops. And what's going inside each one? -2. So there's 1 -2, 2 -2s, 3 -2s, 4, 5, 6. And in each one of these little hops or jumps, that's our -2. All right, let's look at this one. How many groups do we need? We need 3 groups because all groups are always positive. And in each one, you are going to need 4 negatives. Oops, and I forgot to put -12 up here. Sorry, guys. That's the answer for that one. Alrighty. So you see you have -12 here. So -4 times 3 is -12. So you have 3 groups, and what's going inside of each of our groups? -4. So starting at 0, 1, 2, 3. Nice. All right, our last example, you need 3 positive groups. And what's going inside each one? -2. So you need 3 groups counting by -2. So there's 1, 2, 3. So that's -6. Very good. Now with dividing integers, it kind of works the same way, maybe just a little bit backwards. You're going to have 3 groups because that's your positive. But now you have to divide this -12 evenly amongst those groups. Well, most of us know that 12 divided by 3 is 4. Now we just got to worry about that negative sign. So the answer here is negative 4. Now division, we actually start with our quotient, and that negative 12 is our quotient. So it's 1, 2, oops, forgot the 0, 3. So you can see you have 3 groups and negative 4 in each one of those. Very good. Now, this one, you have 2 negatives. It's okay. If I had to take my 10, my negative 10, and write it out by 5s, what happened? That's right, you formed 2 groups. So, on our number line, 0, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5. Okay, starting there, we got to have 2 groups. Nicely done. All right, here's our last one. So we have, oh, I forgot to put my 2 up here. You've got 4 groups, and you're dividing that negative 8 into 4 groups. So the answer is going to be negative 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And each one, have you noticed that each one of those little jumps, that just means that's a grouping. No big deal. All right, so now let's do some actual practice problems. All right, so you have 7 times 3, that's 21 because they're both positive. Negative 2 times negative 2, that's positive 4 because we multiplied 2 negatives together. So this is negative 3 times 3. So because you have a positive and a negative, the answer's got to be negative. Negative 4 times negative 8, positive 32. Now remember, this is a little tricky. So this is negative 5 times negative 5 times negative 5. So negative 5 times 5, negative 5 is 25. And 25 times negative 5 equals, you said negative 125. You're right. Good job. All right, negative 6 times 2, negative 12. 9 times negative 5, negative 45. Negative 11 times negative 11, positive 121. You don't remember, you don't have to put the plus sign, sometimes it's there. And then negative 7 times 2. Oops. Negative 14. Very good. So for division, so negative 36 divided by negative 7, that's 9. Negative 20 divided by negative 4, 5. Negative 8 divided by 4. It's an improper fraction, so we always divide. 2. Negative 12 divided by negative 7, positive 3. Negative, 28 divided by negative 4, negative 7. 42 divided by negative 6, negative 7. 36 divided by negative 9, negative 4. Again, you got an improper fraction, so we're going to divide. So 50 divided by 10 equals 5. And then negative 10 divided by negative 2 also equals 5. So there it is, multiplying and dividing integers. Bye.